Get out of America right now! Go back where you came from!
Ma'am, can you hold this for 1 second?
My hands are full.
This is MY country. Art is ours.
It's ours. I bled for it.
Go back where you came from. In age Nate Georgia.
Augusta, Georgia. Same hospital my mama was born in.
You're not welcome here.
I earned this Silver Star on March 14, 2017. Carried my brother 400 meters under fire. For gallantry in action.
I didn't know.
Freedom isn't free, ma'am. I paid part of the bill.
Get out of America right now, she screamed it in his face, in a crowded parking lot. While recording herself, she had no idea the black man she was yelling at just came back from burying soldiers he fought beside. What he did next made people stand up and cheer. You're about to see the most satisfying 9 seconds on the internet. Keep watching. Richmond, Virginia. A perfectly ordinary Saturday afternoon in late spring. The sun is shining, kids are laughing in the parking lot. Somebody's playing old-school R&B from their car speakers. Normal vibes. Sergeant Marcus Williams is walking toward his silver 2012 Tacoma. 11 hard years in the United States Army, 2 tours in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan. 34 years old, father of 2 little girls who still think daddy is Superman. He's got a full car today, Pampers size 4. 2 boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because that's the only cereal his youngest will eat. A gallon of milk, some chicken for dinner, and a frozen puzzle he promised his oldest if she had a good week at school. He's rocking a faded olive green Army Strong t-shirt that's been washed so many times the letters are cracked. On his head, a simple black veteran ball cap with a tiny American flag stitched on the side. Nothing flashy. No chest full of medals. Just a regular black dad trying to get home in time to grill before the mosquitoes come out. Then it happens. Out of nowhere, a white SUV screeches into the handicap spot right next to him, even though there's no placard. The door flies open, and a woman in her late 40s storms out like she's late for war. Big sunglasses, blonde hair in a tight ponytail, bright red Make America Great Again shirt stretched across her chest, phone already up in selfie mode, red record light blinking. She locks eyes on Marcus and charges straight at him like a missile. "Excuse me!" She screams so loud half the parking lot turns. "This is my country. You people don't belong here anymore." Marcus stops dead in his tracks, the cart handle still in his hands. He blinks twice, trying to process what he just heard. Phones are out in seconds. 10, 15, 20 people now forming a loose circle. You can literally hear the record sound effects going off. She steps even closer, finger pointing in his face. "I'm sick and tired of seeing you people everywhere. We're taking America back, and you need to pack your bags and go back where you came from." Her voice cracks with rage. Spittle flying. The word "you people" lands like a slap heard across the entire lot. A teenage kid filming mutters, "Oh, hell no," under his breath. An older white lady with a walker gasps and covers her mouth. Marcus doesn't move. Doesn't flinch. His little girl's frozen puzzle is sitting right on top of the diapers. Smiling Elsa, staring up at this nightmare. The woman keeps going. In louder now because she sees all the phones and thinks she's about to go viral for all the wrong reasons. Trump won! We're cleaning house. You're not welcome here anymore. She's so close Marcus can smell the iced coffee on her breath. She's shaking with anger, waiting for him to argue, to cuss, to give her the angry reaction she clearly came looking for. But Marcus just stands there. 6'2", 210 pounds of quiet muscle earned the hard way. Eyes that have seen things most of us only watch in movies. And in that moment, the entire parking lot is holding its breath, waiting to see what this soldier is about to do to the woman who just told him he doesn't belong in the country. He almost died for 3 times. Little does she know. She just picked the wrong hero on the wrong day. The woman's face turns the color of printer paper, her lips part, but no sound comes out, just a tiny, pathetic squeak. Like air leaking from a balloon someone forgot to tie. The sunglasses that were perched so confidently on her head 5 minutes ago now slide all the way down and clatter onto the asphalt. Nobody bends to pick them up. Marcus keeps going, voice still calm, still gentle, still strong enough to cut diamonds. "I was born in Augusta, Georgia. Same hospital my mama was born in. My daddy was born 2 miles from that hospital in 1958, back when they still had colored-only water fountains. His daddy, my granddaddy, Sergeant Elijah Williams, 2nd Infantry Division, Buffalo soldier blood in his veins, stormed Omaha Beach on D-Day. He took a German bullet in the lung on June 6, 1944, so little girls like mine, the ones whose diapers you're holding right now, Could grow up free in a country that sometimes forgets what freedom actually costs. He lets every word breathe. The parking lot is a church now. From the back of the crowd, a deep voice cracks the silence like thunder. "Ora, Sergeant!" A Marine in a faded desert storm cap snaps the sharpest salute you've ever seen. His eyes are glassy. A few people start clapping, slow at first, then louder. Another veteran, older Vietnam-era ball cap, limp in his left leg, pushes through the circle. Without a word, he places a weathered hand on Marcus's shoulder, turns, and stares the woman down so hard she actually takes one step back. The old vet doesn't say anything. He doesn't need to. His ribbons and scars do the talking. Her phone is shaking now, violently. The screen wobbles like it's having a seizure. You can hear her breathing, short, panicked bursts. The red record light is still on, still immortalizing every second of her humiliation in 4K. She tries to speak. Tries to salvage something, anything. I didn't know you were... The sentence dies in her throat. She can't even finish "in the military." The words taste like poison now. Marcus just looks at her for one more heartbeat. Soft, almost kind, then gently takes the mermaid shopping bag from her frozen fingers. The pint of Ben & Jerry's has started to leak a little. A brown streak of chocolate fudge brownie runs down the side like a tear. He smiles. Not a victory smirk. A real warm Sunday morning after church smile. "Have a blessed day, ma'am." That's it. 4 words. Polite as sweet tea. Then he turns, pushes his cart like nothing happened, and walks toward his Tacoma. Every step calm, shoulders squared. The silver star now tucked safely back in its pouch, but burning brighter than the sun in everyone's memory. The crowd parts for him like he's Moses, and this parking lot is the Red Sea. Behind him, the woman stands frozen in place, arms hanging limp, sunglasses shattered on the ground, phone finally dropping to her side. She looks smaller than an ant, smaller than the gum stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoe. The Marine is still saluting. The Vietnam vet is still staring. Someone starts slow clapping again, and within seconds, the entire lot is applauding, not for the drama, but for the man who just taught America a masterclass in dignity. The final shot of the original video, the one that got stitched, duetted, and shared 28 million times, is her standing completely alone in that circle of phones, mouth opening and closing like a fish on dry land, while Marcus loads diapers into his truck, starts the engine, and drives off to go be a dad. The king never looked back. Marcus doesn't yell back. He doesn't curse. Doesn't ball his fists. Doesn't even raise his voice above a normal speaking tone. He just looks at her. Almost sad, like a father watching a child throw a tantrum in the cereal aisle. His brown eyes soften. The same eyes that once stared down Taliban fighters through night vision goggles, now looking at this woman. With something that isn't anger. It's pity. The parking lot is buzzing. Someone's already live streaming on Facebook. A teenage girl is whispering "World Star" under her breath, but Marcus acts like they're the only 2 people on Earth. Then in the calmest voice you've ever heard, he says, "Ma'am, can you hold this for 1 second? My hands are full." He gently lifts the reusable shopping bag off his cart, the one with the little mermaid print his daughter's picked out, and holds it out to her. The woman is so thrown off, she actually reaches out and takes it, automatically, like her brain short-circuited. She's now standing there holding a black veteran's groceries. Diapers, apple juice, goldfish crackers, and a half-melted pint of Ben & Jerry's. The crowd loses it quietly. You can hear muffled, "No, he didn't," and "Oh my God," rippling through the phones. Marcus uses his now free hand and slowly reaches into his back pocket. Every single person watching thinks the same thing. He's about to pull out his military ID or driver's license to prove he belongs here. They're expecting the usual script. They're expecting him to defend himself. Wrong. His fingers close around a tiny navy blue velvet pouch he's carried in that exact pocket every single day since 2017. He pulls it out, the drawstring already loose from years of muscle memory. He opens it with deliberate slowness, like he's handling something holy, and then he takes out the silver star, the real one. Not a replica, the actual medal. The one with the tiny scratch on the back, where shrapnel grazed it, the same day it was pinned to his chest in a dusty ceremony outside Bagram. Sunlight hits the silver, and it flashes like lightning. He holds it up, right in front of her still recording phone, close enough that the camera autofocuses on the tiny engraved words, "For gallantry in action." His voice stays soft, but now every phone microphone in a 50-foot radius picks it up crystal clear. "I earned this medal on March 14th, 2017. Outside a village most Americans can't pronounce. 3 of my soldiers were pinned down. I ran through a kill zone to get them out. I carried one of them 400 meters on my back while people shot at us with machine guns. My best friend, Specialist Ryan Jackson from Mobile, Alabama, didn't make it home. He's still in the sand, so you could stand right here in a Walmart parking lot in Virginia and say whatever you want to my face. He lets that land dead. Silence, even. The birds stop chirping. The only sound is the faint crinkle of the shopping bag still dangling from the woman's hand. Her mouth opens, then closes. The sunglasses slide down her nose. Her phone dips. The red light still blinking, still recording every second of her soul exiting her body. Marcus doesn't smile, doesn't smirk, doesn't gloat. He just looks at her with those same gentle, tired eyes and adds one final line, soft enough that only she and the closest phones can hear. Freedom isn't free, ma'am. I paid part of the bill. Ryan paid the rest. And in that moment, every single person watching knows the fight is already over. And the soldier just won it without ever raising his voice. 30 minutes, that's all it took. 30 minutes after Marcus climbed into his Tacoma and pulled away, the first upload hit 500,000 views. Someone had posted the full, unedited 4-minute clip to Twitter with the caption, "She told a Silver Star recipient to go back to Africa. He taught her what America actually means." The internet didn't walk. It sprinted. By 6 p.m., as Marcus was flipping burgers in his backyard for his daughters, the video had already cracked 12 million views. News channels were interrupting regular programming. CNN, Fox, MSNBC, all of them running the same headline. Decorated veteran silences racist confrontation with grace. By midnight, it was 28 million. By breakfast the next day, 50 million and climbing faster than a SpaceX rocket. Thank You Marcus shot to #1 worldwide on Twitter, staying there for 4 straight days. TikTok exploded with stitches, veterans saluting through tears, little kids holding up crayon drawings of the Silver Star. Grandmothers in church hats crying and saying, "That's how you handle evil," with love. A GoFundMe titled, "Send Sergeant Williams' Daughters to College," appeared at 2 a.m. By sunrise, it was at $187,000. By the weekend, it passed $1.2 million. Complete strangers, some sending $5 with messages like, "My dad was in Vietnam. Thank you for honoring him too." A dealership in Norfolk saw the video, called Marcus personally and said, "Sir, your 2012 Tacoma has served you long enough." 3 days later, they delivered a brand new 2024 Tundra Platinum to his driveway. Fully loaded, American flag waving from the antenna, keys handed over on camera, while his little girls screamed and jumped up and down. Celebrities jumped in. Dwayne Johnson posted the clip with, "This is what real strength looks like." LeBron James wrote, "Protect this man at all costs." Even country artists who usually stay quiet on these things were tweeting Bible verses and, "Much respect, Sergeant." And then there was the woman. The internet sleuths needed less than 2 hours. Someone recognized the license plate frame on her white SUV, proud Navy mom. Someone else matched her voice to old Facebook lives. And by 9 p.m., her full name, employer, and neighborhood were trending. Her company, a mid-sized insurance firm in Richmond, put out a statement before the sun came up. The behavior displayed in the video does not reflect our core values. Effective immediately, the individual is no longer employed here. By morning, her LinkedIn was gone, her Facebook deleted, her Instagram set to private, then vanished completely. She disappeared like smoke. Reporters camped outside Marcus's house asking for angry quotes, juicy sound bites, anything they could spin. He stepped onto his porch in the same faded Army-Strong t-shirt, daughters peeking from behind his legs, and gave them one sentence that broke the internet all over again. "I don't want her ruined. I want her changed." That quote got tattooed on people's arms. It became a t-shirt. Pastors preached whole sermons on it. A high school football team in Texas painted it across their weight room wall. Marcus never pressed charges. Never lawyered up. Never monetized the moment. When talk shows offered 6 figures for an exclusive, he politely declined and asked them to donate the money to the Wounded Warrior Project instead. 50 million views later, the world didn't just watch a confrontation. They watched a masterclass in what real power looks like when it chooses mercy over revenge. And somewhere out there, a woman who thought hate would make her famous woke up every day knowing grace had made her unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how one quiet soldier turned a parking lot into a classroom and taught 50 million people what America is actually supposed to feel like. Here's the part that still gives me chills every single time I think about it, and I mean actual goosebumps down my arms. Marcus lost 60% of the hearing in his left ear from an RPG that detonated. Too close outside Kandahar, he still has 3 jagged pieces of shrapnel embedded along his spine that the surgeon said were too risky to remove. He wakes up some mornings and his back is so stiff he has to roll out of bed onto the floor, Just to stand up, he does it quietly so his daughters don't hear him groan. That same back carried 3 wounded brothers across 400 meters of open desert while bullets snapped past his helmet like angry hornets, and yet he believes with every scarred inch of his body that the exact same freedom that let that woman scream hate in his face in a Walmart parking lot is the same freedom worth bleeding for. He told a reporter, if she loses the right to be wrong out loud, then everything Ryan died for was a waste. Ryan, his best friend, the one whose dog tags still hang from Marcus's rearview mirror. That's America at its absolute finest. A black man whose ancestors were brought here in chains, whose grandfather stormed a beach under Nazi fire, whose own blood is literally mixed into foreign sand, standing in Virginia asphalt, choosing grace over revenge, peace over payback, love over the loudest hate. That's the real flex. Not the silver star, not the viral video, not the $1 million GoFundMe or the brand new truck. The flex is a 34-year-old dad with a limp and a half-deaf, ear looking evil in the eye and answering with kindness. So powerful, it shut down an entire argument without ever raising his voice. It's him teaching his little girls that real warriors don't need to win every battle with fists or words. Sometimes the strongest victory is walking away with your dignity taller than the sky. It's him proving that the flag on his old army cap isn't just cloth. It's a promise he's willing to keep paying for. Even when the country forgets to say thank you. That moment in the parking lot wasn't about owning somebody. It was about reminding all of us what we're supposed to. Because if a man who gave pieces of his body for this nation can still choose mercy when someone spits in his face, then the rest of us have zero excuse to ever let hate win. That's the legacy of Sergeant Marcus Williams. Not 50 million views. Not the destroyed Karen. Not even the silver star hanging in a shadow box above his fireplace. The legacy is every single person who watched that video and decided, maybe for the first time, to be a little kinder, a little braver, a little more American tomorrow than they were today. So when you see a veteran in the store, when you see someone being treated wrong, when you feel that anger rising in your own chest, remember the quiet soldier who could have destroyed a woman with one sentence and instead lifted an entire nation with 4 simple words. Have a blessed day. Ma'am, that, my friends, is the heartbeat of what this country can still be when we choose courage that looks like love. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you or someone you love ever been told to go back where you came from, even though you're just as American as anyone else? Drop your story below. Let's fill this comment section with pride, not poison. If this story fired you up the way it did me, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell, because tomorrow I'm dropping another jaw-dropping moment of real-life karma you won't believe. We stand with our veterans. See you in the next one. Stay proud. Stay kind, stay unstoppable.